Well, I'm still amazed watching that footage of the gyrocopter, the mailman in Tampa, Doug Hughes, who wanted to protest campaign finances and government corruption and took the risk of flying into that no-fly zone right over there. I'm looking out the window at the Capitol, got arrested. Fortunately, nobody got hurt. I was very critical of the Tampa Bay Times for sitting on that story to preserve its scoop. Its reporter had known about this for months and months. The Tampa Bay Times didn't put its story up until an hour before the guy lands and didn't notify the authorities, who may have known about it generally but didn't know that Doug Hughes was coming in this contraption into this place where he could have got shot down, where indeed he half expected to be shot down. Didn't notify the authorities until 30 minutes before the landing. Email from Tom in Florida, who questions the message of the protester while watching the coverage of the Tampa postal worker who violated airspace in his, quote, copter. I was struck by the coverage, or lack thereof, about the message he tried to deliver. His apparent cause was a protest against Citizens United and its proliferation of money in politics, a particularly pet peeve of progressives. That's a tongue twister. And much of the media covered it as a righteous cause. My question is, had the copter guy been delivering a bag full of tax returns as a protest against the IRS, as a call for smaller government, would the coverage have been different? Perhaps this is rhetorical because we know the answer already. I have to disagree with you, Tom. I think that Hughes' message got totally overshadowed by his method of delivery. I question how many people even realize what his beef was. It was the stunt. It was the risk. It was the fact that this guy was flying this contraption not that far from where the speaker's balcony is in the United States Capitol, and the fact that the law enforcement didn't respond or chose not to respond more aggressively and did this reveal a hole in our security apparatus in terms of protecting Congress, that became the story, as well as the sidebar about the Tampa newspaper holding this back. The cause, he may have felt it was a righteous cause. I don't think that we in the media gave this clown more coverage or less coverage depending on what he was protesting. And if he'd been protesting, the IRS taking too much of our money, he wants smaller government, I think the same thing would have happened. Now, if he had come in with some kind of protest against the IRS and he had driven his motorcycle or walked up with 10 other people or delivered bags representing the amount of money the IRS takes or the amount of money that he feels is flooding politics in the wake of the Supreme Court Citizens United ruling, then the odds are he wouldn't have gotten any coverage at all. So he did have one thing right. He knew he had to do something spectacular, and I would say spectacularly stupid in order to get attention. But I think the message, whatever his message was, so totally took a back seat to the risky maneuver of what he did in that copter. And remind me never to fly one of those things. They don't look safe. That I think that the message was utterly and completely drowned out.